Kim Jacobs, the Balance Doctor. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Be sure to subscribe to The Kim Jacobs Show right on YouTube. Turn on your notification bell to all so you never miss a beat. And guess what? Every time you watch, you're going to receive a real relevant and relatable guest that's going to share with you a piece of the puzzle on this journey called life that will help you be able to manage just a little bit smoother. At the end of the day, the Kim Jacobs Show goal is to be able to provide balance to the world, one household at a time.
Kim Jacobs Show. You're watching Kim Jacobs Show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. I am so excited to have you all here. I hope that you enjoyed your weekend and also hope you enjoyed celebrating our veterans throughout our Veterans Day celebrations throughout the weekend. So I am just so glad again to have each of you here. How many of you know that life is something that we have to not take for granted? We have to be able to show some gratitude and not just keep it all bottled up. What good is it to have gratitude if it's just on the inside of you versus you being able to share it with the world, what you're grateful for? So I know I'm personally just grateful for the opportunity to serve you all in this capacity as the Balance Doctor. I don't take it for granted. I am so excited and honored each weekday to be able to come on and to share excellent guests with you that are literally, I believe, helping us bring balance to the world, one household at a time, based on some of their trials, their tribulations, things that they've had to experience, the journeys that they've gone through, and odds that they've had to beat to become who they are today. Most of the time, those individuals, by being transparent and by just sharing their story and their journey, gives you the opportunity to maybe fill in that little piece of that missing piece of the puzzle that might just be missing in your life. So today we're going to have a very special guest. Her name is Whitney Charles, and she is looking to get logged in here. She is rising in the midst of adversity. And even as she's attempting to get on this show today, still experiencing some adversity. But guess what? God knows how to make everything work out the way it's supposed to. So maybe, just maybe, you guys were supposed to hear from me for a little bit, for a moment here. And I want to know exactly where you're visiting in today from. So let me know where you're coming in, and I'll pop you up here on the screen and I'll share your comments. I see you guys. I see you, Athena, my sunshine, our sunshine expert. And you said, super excited for my sis rising above her challenges and prospering in all areas of her life. Yes, Whitney Charles is definitely doing that. I will tell you a little bit about her. She's beaten the odds stacked up against her from birth. She was born actually a crack baby, foster care, and at age 7 was adopted into a home where she was taught some basic things like at 7 years old, how to tie a shoe, read basic math with ESL classes, and speech therapy, and making good grades. Eventually, she'll talk more about her own journey, some things that transpired in her life. But she's an overcomer. She's an achiever, a believer of manifesting the life that you want. How many of you all believe that you can believe and ask and manifest, as people say, the life that you want? I personally believe that I can ask God for things and that it can become a reality in my life. And so I'm an avid believer that you ask and you shall receive. You knock and the door shall be open. If it's the door that's supposed to open for you. If it's not the door that's supposed to open for me, guess what? I don't want it to open. Leave it closed, God, okay? Let it stay shut, because I only want doors that are supposed to be open in my life to become a reality for me. So I am excited about what God is doing in my life. I've had some significant challenges and things that have happened throughout my personal journey. And I haven't just, shared all, but I will say that He has kept me. God has really kept me and has really proven Himself to be mighty in my life, because without God, it's no human way possible that I would be able to even be in this mode of standing before you, sitting before you in my right mind and being able to share of the goodness of God and the things that he yet continues to do in my life. And guess what? I don't take it for granted. I do not take it for granted, because there are times when you go through things and circumstances and situations that bring you so down that it's easy to feel like, oh my gosh, how am I going to recover from this? How am I going to ever readjust or recalibrate or get back in my mojo or get back in my groove here? You know what? God is able to keep us from falling, and he's able to sustain us and to keep us in anything that we're going through some kind of way. Believe it or not, it works out for our good. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it looks like. Something in that situation is for your good in that moment. I don't even know. Sometimes I'm like, God, what in the world is the good in this particular circumstance or this particular situation? But guess what? God says over and over again in his word, and this is what I live by, is the word of God. And in the word, it talks specifically. I say talk because I actually feel like it's, preaching to me. But all things work together for the good that love the Lord and that are called according to his purpose. And I already know that his plans for me are good. They're not evil. And if I already know that, then whatever unfolds and manifests in my life is some kind of way good for me and for my life and for this journey called life. So I just want you all to be encouraged on your own journey, whatever you're going through. I did a little post yesterday and I put my hands up and I was like, you know what? Lean back, do a trust fall in the Lord. In Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, it talks about, hey, listen, trust in the Lord with all of our heart, lean not into our own understanding, but in all of our ways, let's acknowledge him and he will direct our paths. And if we trust in something with all of our heart, then you don't have any worries. You don't have any concerns, because you're like, God, you got this. You got this. And I know you got it. And I know you got me, and I know you got my family, and I know you got our situations and our circumstances. And I know that you have everything that you intend for us to have in this thing called life. So I am excited, and Whitney is going to be coming on. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to come right back. If you all have any questions today, please make sure that you go ahead and type them in, or if you have positive comments that you want to share for Whitney, our guest, make sure you pop them in the comment section. I will tell you guys that we do have a great lineup scheduled for you all this week. So on tomorrow, we have Ken Canyon. Ken Canyon is, I think he's kind of controversial, because I like the fact that he comes on and he just shoots straight and he lets you know that, hey, what we think about relationships and dating and marriage may not be quite what it really is. It might be more of a myth. So tomorrow, Ken Canyon will be here on the Kim Jacobs Show, and he'll be sharing some tips, some thoughts, some controversial questions. Like last week, he talked about, what did he say? Oh yeah, it was so controversial. He said, listen, are women like manning up, or are they like, I don't want to say usurping authority, but are they like acting like, hey, what's up, to the guy? And so it was like the manly energy. And he was saying on last week that men don't want to deal with women that they have to man up and be like, I'm up against you type of thing. They want to be able to relax and have that safe place with their boo, their bae, their sweet thing or whatever. So that was a really good discussion that we had last week. And lots of you all chimed in and gave your thoughts and your opinions. And some of you even came on the screen. So definitely know that you're welcome to do that. Come on the screen tomorrow. Ken welcomes it and he can't wait. It's like, yeah, come on, bring it. So he looks forward to it. And then let's see, we have another guest, Dr. Jennifer Stovall Eichelberger, and she's going to be talking about self-care. And she's going to break this thing down about self-care. And so you definitely want to be in your virtual seats for that as well. And then I'm trying to think, let me know. Oh, there's another guest that we have coming on too that I think you all will really enjoy this week. Let me pop her up as well. And I have so many like pictures over here that is like too many. It's like, Kim, you got to delete some stuff. All right. So let's see this person here. Let's see who she is. Oh yeah. Lenora Lassiter, she's going to be coming on this week as well. And she's talking about the importance of loving and celebrating you. If nobody else celebrates you, guess who should celebrate you? You should celebrate yourself. And I talk about that. You all would already know that if you got the book Extreme Balance Makeover. And that's a book that I've authored and put out in 2017 called Extreme Balance Makeover. And it's better solutions, better focus, a better life. If you don't have this book, I already told y'all you can get the electronic copy by just going to kimjacobshow.com. And I'm giving it to you right now for $3.99. You can't beat that. It's over 100 something pages, like about 170 some pages, I think, of great tips on how you can prioritize your life to maximize your life, how to be able to celebrate yourself, how to rediscover some things about yourself. Even if you don't know what your gifts and your talents are, you can ask some people and how to get them involved in the process of you identifying your gifts and talents. Y'all, that's a good book. Okay. I actually need to pull my own book back out at this phase of my own life, but you can get either the paperback version at right on kimjacobshow.com, or you can actually go to kimjacobshow.com. Make sure you give me your email address and we'll send you an electronic version of it. And that's only $3.99. So you can get that. Okay. All right. And so that's the lineup for this week. And then on Friday, we have our sunshine expert, Athena Robertson, is going to be coming on. We have Vicki L. Evans, the author of Know Your Worth and the playwright. She does a play that's coming up in March called The Gift at the Blumenthal Theater. She's going to be on Friday. We also have the Wootens, Joseph and Stephanie Wooten. And Joseph is internationally acclaimed recording artist. And Stephanie actually has a product that helps clear the air of COVID-19. That is something that they have a patent on. It is unbelievable. Eagle X Pro is the product. So if you ever go there, go ahead and tell them that the Kim Jacobs Show sent you their way. And then who else? Oh, Tracy Randolph is coming on, and she's our reset coach. She had some health issues, and I see you backstage, Whitney. So once you get settled, give me a thumbs up and I'll bring you in. So our reset coach, she had some health issues and totally changed her life. So I can't wait for you to meet and hear from our experts on this Friday. All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, I'll be pulling in Whitney Charles, who is here. Whoop, whoop. She had to overcome some adversity to get here in the studio. The devil is a liar. Okay. I'm so glad you're backstage and I see you working yourself. I see you over there fluffing your hair and doing all that. Keep it going. You look beautiful. All right, everybody. Right after this commercial break, we'll be right back and we'll hear from Whitney Charles.
I'm attorney Kenneth D. Snow, and at the Snow Legal Group, justice is our job.
For more than 20 years, Attorney Snow has been fighting for justice and winning cases in the Carolinas by providing aggressive representation in criminal defense, domestic violence, family law, serious injury, and wrongful death. If you've been injured or lost a loved one in an accident, including tractor trailer or rideshare, you need the Snow Legal Group by your side, fighting for justice and fighting for you. Visit snowlegal.com. Call 704-358-0026 for a free virtual consultation. Located at 6827 Fairview Road, Suite D in South Park.
All right, everyone. And we are back here on the Kim Jacobs Show and so excited to have our special guest. You ready to come in, Whitney? Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. All right. I'm going to pull you in, okay? All right. How are you?
I am well, thank you. How are you?
You look like you went to a whole Hollywood experience. It's like, what in the world, girl? You done your thing. You like, I am here. I am here. Glad to have you today.
I'm nervous, but I'm here.
Oh, girl, trust me. It's just a trick of the enemy to try to prevent you from getting your story out. But guess what? Today, you are going to be victorious because your story has to be shared. So listen, everybody, let's encourage Whitney today. Put some positive comments out there. Let her know that her story is worth being shared. God has no respect of person, Whitney. What he does for you, what he does for me, what he does for other people. I don't care if they're the highest celebrities, the president of the United States, anybody. He can do the same thing for you. He can do the same thing for me. He loves all of us. You know that?
Yes.
And so I don't want you to have any fear. All we're doing is we are just having a conversation, and you got some folk kind of like being a fly on the wall, and they listen and they like, what y'all over there talking about? What y'all talking about? So you talking to me. Look at me. Look at me. Where? How do I look at you? Am I looking at you? Yeah.
You look good.
No, I'm looking at you, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you turn. We right here. We right here. Okay. So listen, we're just having a conversation. We're gonna have a great experience here on today's episode. So let me put us in this bright. Yeah, there you go. Fuchsia. All right, Whitney. Listen, I did talk about you before you came on behind your back a little bit, but I'll say it again that Whitney Charles is an overcomer. She's an achiever, a believer of manifesting the life that you want, writing the vision and making it plain, bringing your vision to fruition. So, Whitney, I would love for you to just take us back and just tell us about some of your younger years, because I know you had to overcome a lot of stuff growing up. So take us back if you can.
Yes. Well, my younger years, I grew up in foster care. I was adopted at age 7. Um, Foster care was not easy. I don't know if you know anyone that's ever been in the system, but um, the system is not good at all. I did go through a lot during my time in foster care. I was adopted at age 7. Believe it or not, I was taught later on in life how to read. I was taught later on in life how to. I was in speech therapy. I was in physical therapy. I remember being re-taught basically how to walk because I did walk like a platypus when I was younger. In speech therapy, and I was taught to read between 7 and 8 after I got adopted. Um, I was in elementary school, and I remember being in elementary school. Once I learned how to read, and once I went through speech therapy, my mom was really big on making me sound my words out. She was really big on pronunciation and enunciation. And once we got to 4th grade, I started making AB honor roll, and I'm like, okay, well, I could do this. So then after making AB honor roll, I started making straight A's, and then once I started making straight A's, I started making straight A's the rest of my time in middle school and throughout high school. Um, I took AB, I took honors classes, and I took AP classes, which no one would ever know unless I shared my story that I went through such a tough time in the beginning because I didn't even know how to read. There was a lot of things I didn't know how to do that my adopted family, they took the time to sit down and teach me. So
Unmute myself. Wow. You know what? It's interesting because you're right. I don't know. I don't know a lot of people that have come through the foster care system, but I know a woman that has taken a very strong passion towards helping children that go through foster care. And when they age out, and it's like now they're 18 and they don't have anywhere really to go. And so she kind of really helps in that regard. But I wanted to find out from you from a foster care perspective, because it's so many myths out here about foster care. What was it? What is it really like? And this is just your own personal experience. I know you can't speak for all foster care experiences, but what was your personal experience when you were in the system? How did that work for you before you got adopted? Do you even remember? Because you
too
said you're
many kids. It's oversaturated with too many kids. So that's too many kids. That's too many emotions. That's it's too many kids to the point. For me, it was too many kids to the point where they weren't. I mean, there wasn't that much supervision. Um, this is a terrible story, but it was to the point where I remember being locked in a room with a lot of us, and we weren't allowed to leave the room. Like we were literally locked in the room, and we used the bathroom in a corner. Um, the number 2, the number 1, like we literally used the bathroom in a corner because we weren't allowed to leave the room. So the foster care system, I pray it's not the same today, but I've talked to kids that are still that have gone through the system. The system's bad. The system is terrible. Unfortunately, a lot of people do foster care, and I hate to say this, but for the money. They're not really watching the kids. And to this day, the things that happen to me in foster care as an adult, I don't eat certain foods. There are certain foods I do not eat because I remember being in a home and that particular home thought it was funny to watch me vomit every time a certain food touched my mouth. I don't eat raw tomatoes. I don't eat okra. They force fed me raw tomatoes and okra, and every time I would throw up, and they just kept on, kept on, kept on. So to this day, as a grown adult, there are certain foods I do not eat. But the system
Were
is
you
sad.
allergic to it, or
I'm
did
not
you?
allergic to it. I would say it's more so a texture. I don't really do like slimy textures. Um, it's more so like a texture thing, and probably being traumatized as a child.
So how do you advise people, because you came from foster care, how do you advise people to make it through the system if they're experiencing some of the things that you've experienced?
I would say find an outlet, something that you enjoy. I used to draw. I still can draw if I pick up a pencil, but I used to draw and I used to read a lot of books. So I read so many books that at one point, elementary school, I was a top reader of school because I read so many books. I would say find an outlet because even when you go and still tell an adult, still tell somebody you find that you can trust, maybe a therapist or tell someone. A lot of times, there's nothing they can do. Where they're gonna do reassign you to a different home. So I would say find an outlet.
That's great advice, Whitney. And listen, any of you all that have questions, please feel free to type and ask your question as well. And if you want to come on the screen, let me pop this link here. You can just click on this link and it'll bring you right into today's broadcast if you want to talk directly to Whitney. But she said to find an outlet, find something you enjoy. Even as a young child, if you're dealing in situations where you don't know what to do because you're like, these adults may not be helping me or having my best interest at heart, or may, like she said in her situation, be enjoying seeing you gag up or whatever the case may be, then try to go into your own personal space and find an outlet and find something you enjoy. So when your adoptive parents came in, it really changed your whole life, didn't it?
It did. My younger years, I okay, so it changed my life for the better. I would say that my mom, she focused so much on education. And she had her own issues as well that she really pushed education. And honestly, that's the only thing she really pushed. I didn't grow up in a home like filled with love. I didn't grow up in a home that most that I see that most kids have. I really didn't grow up in that manner. So I would say it was still rough, but at the end of the day, I know that, my life story what I went through was encourage other people. So I try to live by not letting your past define who you are today, not letting your past stop you or not being a product of your environment because I really I basically grew up alone, like in solitude. I would basically say that my mom she wasn't emotionally available at all. And that did affect me, as a younger adult and a lot of decisions that I a lot of decisions that I made as a younger adult, it had an effect because based on childhood. I would say that 90% of the things that I allowed, I would say 90% of the decisions that I made were a direct effect on my childhood. It would be a direct effect on the lack of the things that I experienced, a lack of the love that I should have gotten as a child. So I would say therapy is much needed early on in life. I didn't realize a lot of things until I got into my upper 20s. I didn't realize a lot of the reasons on why I was the way that I am
This is
So
this is really interesting because I hear you really are pouring your soul out, and you're saying, life was challenging for you, life was difficult, and you were put in a situation where people were laughing at you when you were throwing up, eating tomatoes, and dealing with okra. You were born a crack baby, is what I understood,
yes,
right?
that's correct.
So what is the turning point in your life that made you realize that no matter what I've been through, no matter how I was born, no matter who adopted me, no matter what they poured into me to the level that they could, my past does not define my future? What was that turning point for you? I don't want you to answer it. I want you to wait till right after this commercial break and then tell us, because I want to give you a second to think about. You're like this beautiful ray of light here, flowers coming from behind you. It takes a special turning point for you to get to where you are today. So we're talking with Whitney Charles. She has risen in the midst of adversity, and she is here to tell her story today. When we come back from this commercial break, we're going to hear more from this woman about her turning point that really changed her into who she is today, right after this commercial break. Wow.
When someone has lost a loved one, they want to know what exactly happened. They want to know, is the other person going to be held responsible? And they want closure. At Hunter & Everett, we help clients that have lost a loved one move on, and to do that with dignity and respect that they deserve.
All right, everyone, we are back and we're talking with the lovely Whitney Charles today, a young lady that has beat the odds literally. She could have died when she was choking on tomatoes and choking on okra, and instead God saw fit for her to be here on this earth to share her story today. So as Les Brown always says, you have greatness inside of you, Whitney. You have some greatness and the whole world needs to benefit from it. What was that turning point for you?
I would say honestly, after, because I've made a lot of decisions prematurely. I would say honestly, after my second divorce, I used to live in DC, where Woodbridge area. And after my second divorce in 2017, I moved back to Charlotte because I used to live in Charlotte previously. And I would say after that point, um, second time divorced, and, now a single mother of 3 kids, I would say at that point in life, because I've started things and then I didn't fully finish them. And I really didn't understand why, but now I understand because, God will bring you back full circle.
You better believe it.
And then I found myself a lot of times being like a hamster in a hamster's wheel. I just kept turning and turning and spinning and spinning. And then I would end up right back at the same point. I've always, taken classes that could go towards medical school because I just knew, like, I love helping people. I love caring for people. I just knew that, I wanted to be a doctor. So I've always taken classes that was geared towards that. I've been a CNA right out of high school since 19. And I worked in every field possible in the medical field. Like, it definitely brings me joy. I've always been able to do hair on the side. I learned how to, doing hair was an outlet for me when I was younger. I had a Kenya doll, and
A
that was
Kenya
definitely
doll.
fun for me. So I would do hair when I was living in DC. I've done hair. I did my own hair in high school. I did a few heads in high school as well, but mainly I did my own hair in high school. So I would say at that point, I did get into nursing school because I fought so hard to try to get that outlet into the medical field. So I changed from getting into medical school to nursing school. And when I tell you that I really am an overcomer, because it didn't matter the fact that so many schools was like, no, you have to do this, you have to have this class. I did whatever I could, and I did get into nursing school. I took the entrance exams, I passed. I made A's and B's the first 2 semesters, but I had debt. The debt didn't sit right with me. Now, mind you, I went through a lot to get to that point to get into nursing school.
Right.
And I did get into a school. However, the school was really, really expensive. It was a for-profit school, which is higher than a private university. And I told myself, well, I'll just withdraw from my classes and I will utilize my gift, which is to do hair, and I will get back into school.
Right.
Well, once I started doing hair, it did come natural. And I saw that, okay, well, this is really actually going somewhere. So I decided to change and go to school for doing hair. So I went to school for doing hair. COVID hit, a lot of things happened that year, but that's the one thing that I actually finished. I did finish school for hair, and I started doing hair in my apartment. And I told myself, who is going to come and sit in someone's apartment and get their hair done? But a lot of people actually did, and
Yes.
majority of the clients that I had in my apartment I still have now that I opened up my own salon.
That's awesome. So you say you opened up your own salon now.
I did, after a year being inside my own apartment.
Okay, and what is it called?
It's called Deluxe Beauty. It's called
Deluxe Beauty?
Mhm.
What's your website?
On Instagram, it's the same as the name of the salon, Deluxe Beauty Spa and Company. You just type everything out, all the words in its entirety.
I see it. Deluxe Beauty Spa and Company. And it's on Facebook and it's on Instagram, right?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
And you are located on 2918 Mount Holly, Huntersville Road in Charlotte?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. Let's put this up on the Facebook page too, because I want people to get a chance to see where you've come from and what you do. You know, you're doing so many different things. And so, what do you do at your Deluxe Beauty and Spa company?
I'm a natural hair care specialist, so I specialize in natural hair, box braids, knotless braids, feed-in braids. Some kids, not a lot of kids.
Okay, I'm gonna go to this page here to show some of the different styles that I think you've done here. So let me take people over here and show them what you working with when you come to look at this. You did this stuff, right?
If you're on Facebook, no. Jihad did that. Samir is another stylist here. He's a great stylist. I have a
okay, so these are some of your team members.
So that's all of Samir's work. You guys just come check out the salon. That's my work. I do locks as well.
That's amazing. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm just going through some of the pictures here. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, so you just do a wide variety of styles. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And so between you and your team members over there, you all offer all kinds of different hair looks and styles and you name it, boys, girls. Look at this. This is amazing.
Yes, we do. We service whatever service you're looking for. We can do it here inside the salon. Each stylist in here, they have a unique set of gifts. So we do everything.
Very nice. Very nice. I love this. And it looks so neat and clean.
And some of these pictures that was when I was inside my apartment.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. I'm really grateful that you're sharing this gift and talent with the world. So now being in the position that you're in, owning your own salon, how do you feel now being an owner versus being in many instances where you felt like maybe nobody even wanted you? Now you are in ownership. Talk to us about that.
I'm quiet about it. I don't really tell a lot of people. I don't know. I'm trying to get out of that. So that's why I'm glad I'm doing this radio talk show today, because I'm trying to push myself out of that. I don't really post a lot of pictures of my work because I don't like to feel overwhelmed. So I'm trying to break myself out of that. I really don't tell a lot of people.
Well, you got to break yourself out of it because you're too gifted and talented to just sit in a bubble and the whole world not get the opportunity to experience Whitney Charles. So it's time for you to break free. That hat alone shows that you're not supposed to be in nobody's bubble, right? And that smile and just your whole everything about you is something that needs to be able to be shared with the rest of the world. So it can't operate in a vacuum because all of us we miss out on the blessing that God gave you and the gift that he gave you if you don't salt this earth by using your gifts and your talents, you know?
I pass my stylist cards out. I'll pass their cards out before I pass my cards out. So
Well, okay. Well, you know the whole theory. I just learned this recently too. You got to take care of yourself, right? In order for you to be able to take care of anybody else. You can't take care of somebody. And Mother Patricia Lofton, is who I heard say this many times. You have to give from your overflow. You cannot give from an empty cup. So how can you take care of somebody else if you're not even able to take care of your own needs and things that you have that are important too? So you're a stylist. You're offering some gifts. And then there are others as well, and you're going to celebrate them too, but you also have to celebrate what God gave you to do.
Yes, I'm really trying to break myself out of that because I'm constantly pouring into others, strangers, it doesn't matter, whoever. I'm constantly pouring and pouring, and then I have my own stuff going on or my own issues, and you would never know because I'm constantly trying to help somebody else. I'm always trying to either uplift, motivate, encourage, empower somebody else because I feel like I went through so much in life that I was created to be a servant. I was created to serve people. So I really do try to just serve and help, even when I'm not in a position to. And I
Me
really need to
too. Don't
stop.
worry. I mean, you're talking to yourself over here. Serving and helping is an honor and a privilege, and I want to do it. And sometimes, even when I don't want to do it, I still do it because it's a part of, I don't know, it's just a part of who I am. But I do feel the same way you do. You have to also figure out how to get some of the things that you know God has for your life too. So you're not just completely on the back burner with what he has put you here to accomplish as well. Because then everybody else benefits and everybody else gets their stuff done. And then your stuff is like, what did I do that I was supposed to be doing? That makes absolutely no sense, you know? No sense whatsoever. All right, let's go to some of these virtual studio audience comments. I see you, Athena. Athena said, amazing journey that Whitney continues to bless and be so grateful. I met my sis 6 years ago, and I know that's how she said it. I met my sis because, you know, Athena says it like that. I met my sis 6 years ago at CPCC at the community college. Sis, you are a fabulous woman that keeps on shining.
I appreciate you, Athena. Yes, we met so long ago. How was I? I met Athena when I was around 19, 2007. We met at CPCC. That's when I started my journey when I moved to Charlotte. Right out of joining the military, which was not for me at all.
Oh, okay. I was in the military.
That was not for me at all. That's definitely another story. But yes, I've done a lot of things in life. But I met Athena when I was 19 in 2007.
So you were in the military for how long?
Not long at all. I would probably say 3 years. I did the Army National Guard. So
okay.
Yes, no, it was not for me.
We're gonna keep on past that piece of the story, right? That was like, and then move on to the next part. Okay, sis, you got this, and you look marvelous. Welcome to the Kim Jacobs Show, and yes, bless our souls today. She said we are ready for Freestyle Friday. Athena, our sunshine expert, will be coming in on Freestyle Friday. True fact, she said you're keeping it 100. Yes, we can and we will. Athena said that. Lysian. Okay, she's talking.
That's my best friend.
Somebody else that's in the studio audience. Good morning, Kim and Whitney. My mom said, and she said, LaShawn says she's so proud of you. So proud of you.
Thank you, Pooh.
Oh, y'all make sure you tag your friends, invite them, because we're talking to Whitney Charles, and she's talking about how she's overcome so many odds in the midst of all the adversity that she's faced. Super excited for my sis rising above her challenges and prospering in all areas of her life. So when we come back from this commercial break, I want to know what's in store for Whitney Charles? What's to come? Because I mean, you got some great things already happening, but where do you see yourself going from here? Right after this commercial break, is that fair?
Yes.
All right. So I'm looking forward to learning more because I think you got some great things heading down the pipe for you. So let's get this
It's
going.
not just another day, it's a brand new day, full of all the fun, love, and laughter you and your family create. Silver Shield Security understands feeling at home means feeling safe and happy. No credit checks, no contracts. We offer payment arrangements, and we'll even give you a free door camera. Find out how we can brighten your day even more at silvershield-security.com. Silver Shield Security.
All right, everyone, and we are back talking with Whitney Charles about how she's risen through some adversity and childhood trauma, literally, that she's experienced on her journey. But what's in store for you, Whitney?
Right now, I'm in the midst of getting my second business off the ground. I will say that this year alone has been a lot of challenges as far as getting the second business off the ground, and I'm stuck between keeping the faith and then like, okay, well, maybe this was one of those premature decisions because the devil will play on your mind. However, I am trying to just stand firm and believe that I wasn't given a vision. And because I was given the vision, that, God will provide the provision for my vision. So that's where I'm at literally right now in this very moment. Um, I went through a lot on the back side of things as far as dealing with my leasing company. I've dealt with people that have scammed me, wasted my time. Um, Long story short, right now I need to be open because I do currently owe on a space. However, I didn't want to take any investors because I wanted my children to be able to see like mommy is amazing. Mommy, my kids are my number one fans. Like they see everything. They see the fact that I'm constantly in and out. They see the fact that, okay, well, mommy, she's cooking dinner for us, or mommy's giving us, her time, but
Yes.
mommy really does a lot. I'm either doing hair, I'm either helping someone, I'm just not really there. I'm pouring a lot into so many different avenues and so many different people that today, like, I really definitely need to take a step back and just re-get things going. I am opening a beauty supply store. It will be next door to my salon. It is ready. I just don't have the inventory yet. So I'm working on that. Hopefully I will get an investor, or my leasing company will release the money that they actually owe me so that I can purchase the inventory, because I haven't used any loans. Um, so it's me, it's my own capital. And
Right.
with doing my salon and then doing a beauty supply store, it's a lot. It's not been easy, but I will say, with determination, you could do anything. Like the sky
Yeah.
is not the limit. The sky is definitely not the limit. So when you do write the things down that you would like to see happen, in your life, believe in them, believe you deserve it, and then start taking the steps, because you have to take some type of action. Will it be easy? No, it's not easy at all. I've gone through a lot. I've gone through a lot. I've gone through a lot. But whatever will be for you will always be for you. Like no devil in hell can stop what God has over your life. So hopefully I'll be open soon, within a month or less than a month. The space is actually ready to go.
Wow.
I just need an investor, and I'm pretty sure something will happen. Someone will come through, um, or my leasing company will do the right thing. And if they don't do the right thing, then something will happen. So
Something always happens, and that's why it's so important for us to get it out of our just in our own hearts and put it out into the atmosphere, because then it gives God something to work with. It's like, okay, we know that Whitney Charles needs investors. She needs, and how much of an investment are you looking for?
right now, I'm looking for at least 30,000.
So
So
she's looking for an investor to
30,000.
invest $30,000 into one of her next business ventures, which is opening up her own like what tell us, describe it
A
again.
beauty supply store.
A
So it'll
beauty
be a beauty
supply
supply
store
store. Mhm.
that she's going to be opening up really soon, and she's hoping to open that in the very near future. She's already had tremendous success in opening a hair salon and wants to take on another venture. And again, this is a young lady that came from beating many odds, born in a crack child type of thing, having to relearn how to walk and talk and everything at the age of like 7, 8 years old. So she's overcome so many odds, and then still went on to be an AB honor roll student and be wildly successful academically. So this young lady deserves all that life has to offer. And I'm praying that God will bless you with the investor that you're looking for. How can people get in touch with you? I know it's Deluxe Beauty Spa and Company on Facebook and Instagram. Is there any other way for people to contact you?
Yes. If you, well, I have my email. The email is fairly long because the name of my business is long. But I have my number. So my number is 704-222-0335.
Okay. So you can, this is to contact you, which is Whitney. I'm just going to type that here so that we'll have it up on the screen. So if you'd like to reach out via text or call Whitney Charles, her phone number is 704-222-0335. Again, I'm a big believer that you don't ask, you don't receive. And so she's asking and seeking and knocking on doors to find an investor to invest in her upcoming undertaking of her business, which is going to be a beauty supply store. And if you know that you're an angel investor, or you are a business lender, or you're looking to work with an up and rising superstar here, then give her a call, 704-222-0335. 704-222-0335. And that's Whitney Charles. And on Instagram, you can check out her photos of some of her and her team's work, Deluxe Beauty and Spa and Company. Deluxe Beauty Spa and Co. It is on Facebook and on Instagram. And I saw this picture. I was like, oh, I love this picture too. So I'm going to see if I can pull this one in. It was a picture of on one of your Facebook pages. So let me see here. Let me see if I can grab that picture for you and see, tell us what's happening here. I see it's like a ribbon cutting ceremony or something. I was like, this is so nice. Let's see, what is this?
Yes, that's, I celebrated my grand opening August 17th of last year. October 17th, excuse me. I opened August 7th of last year. So I just passed my year. And all of my closest friends and family members, my kids, and my dear mommy-in-law, who I love a lot. She's definitely a strong woman. She's like the backbone. Even though her and I son are divorced, she still treats me like a daughter. Her and our relationship, we're very close. So she came, my closest friends came, my best friend came. It was a beautiful day. So just a lot of times my friends are so supportive. They're very supportive. It's been times where I haven't been able to show up for their own events or show up to be there for my own friends and things. But I'm really working on opening this business, and it's a lot riding on this current business right now at this very moment as we speak. So I've had to not do the things that I would like to do just to be able to sacrifice for this upcoming next adventure of mine.
Excellent. That congratulations on your 1 year
Thank you.
anniversary. Athena Robertson says congratulations to you. I touch and agree with you, sis. Watch God flow you with investors. And again, if you want to invest, definitely go ahead and reach out to Whitney at 704-222-0335. I am so excited that you came here to the Kim Jacobs Show today to share some of your story. Is there anything that you didn't share that you wanted to share and you're like, oh man, I forgot to say this on the show? Go ahead and say it.
Just never stop believing in yourself. The only yes you need is from the one source from up above. You only need one yes. It doesn't matter what people say. People will not be in agreement. And when we try to find agreements in people, we will be disappointed because then they'll put thoughts in your head that will discourage you, and you can't allow that to happen. You really
Yes.
have to believe in yourself, and you have to know that regardless if you're standing alone, like that this is okay. So far, the journey that I'm on right now is one of the loneliest roads I've ever traveled within being successful in business. Um, because a lot of times, people don't understand what you go through or what you're going through, because I've been going through a lot. And I will say that you still have to keep going. Like, it does not matter, you have to keep going. You have to keep believing in yourself. And it's okay if you're the only one that sees your vision, because your vision was only given to you, and you only have the prescription for your vision. You only have the lens for your own vision. I've had people, downplay a lot of things that I was doing, and that's just people being people. But guess what? The same people that did downplay, they're to say, "Oh, congratulations, you're doing a great job."
Right.
And, I am. However, in the beginning, it wasn't like this. So you just have to keep going. My work was not as clean as what it was in the beginning. And I'm thankful for my friends who were honest with me. But you can't let things like that discourage you. You have to keep going. So,
That's good. All of the tips that you're sharing are so important, and I think that never stop believing in yourself is what Whitney Charles is saying, and it's changed her life because she never gave up on herself. No matter who gave up on her along this journey, she stayed true to loving and believing in herself. And so I'm really grateful for that. My mom said congratulations to you as well on
thank
your
you.
adventure. And I did want to put a couple of tips here that Les Brown shared on a training that I participated in last night. He said that disruption demands transformation. So sometimes it takes disruption in our lives that forces us into that transformative mindset, that transformation that then starts to occur. And that was a tip that was shared by Les Brown. And he said that there are so many people that are the jack of all trades, but the master of nothing. So I am really grateful that God has given you the ability to hone in on a specific craft, which is one specific skill set that you're going to master. And you could be a master of a lot of things, but you're mastering choosing to be in that beauty industry, and you're doing it well. You opened your first location, you're getting ready to open your second location, and you are a force to be reckoned with. So I just want to encourage you on your journey from just some of the words that I learned yesterday from Les Brown. And he's international motivational speaker. If you've never heard his messages, go and just type in Les Brown on YouTube. Your life will change forever. And better yet, make sure you all get the training that he's offering right now. It's very inexpensive training for anyone to be a part of it. And it's Hunger for Greatness. Hungry for Greatness. Hungry for Greatness is what it's called. Hungryforgreatness.org. Definitely go and check that out and reserve your spot in the coaching classes that starts this Friday. All right. Hungry for Greatness. Hungry. Yeah. Make sure you take advantage of that. And then the other thing that he said is that you earn approximately $2,000 to $3,000 with the people that you are closest to in relationships with. That is something that I thought was very profound. So if you look at your friends around you, you're within $2,000 to $3,000 of whatever they earn. So you want to some kind of way find some mentors, some people that you can link yourself with so that you can have some similar financial experiences that they're experiencing. And that was something that I learned yesterday as well. So hopefully that helps you too, Whitney, as you're going on your journey.
Yes.
All right, everybody.
I
Listen, I'm
agree.
so glad that you all tuned in today. I also want you to know that the only way that the program here happens here on the Kim Jacobs Show is through online contributors from the community members like yourself. So make sure that you go ahead and pour into the show. You can do that at Cash App, $ Kim Jacobs Inc. You can also go to Venmo, which is at the Kim Jacobs Show. You can become a Patreon member, which is a person that pays $12 a month, and you get to unlock extra content that the regular show guests don't get to unlock. So you can go to patreon.com/the Kim Jacobs Show. Or you can even, like you can mail, you can tweet, you can do whatever you want. Or you call and say, Kim, look, I'm getting ready to send you right now. I'm a wire. I'm gonna get ready to Cash App. I'm a Venmo. You name it. You can go ahead and do it to support the Kim Jacobs Show. And we appreciate your online contributions. Also, make sure you subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show right on our YouTube channel and turn that notification bell to all, because when we go live Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you'll be right here in the virtual studio audience. Is there a closing point you want to share, Whitney, with everyone?
Well, do you have a question? If you have a question, then I'll probably will.
Okay, yes. So my question, let's see. What do you attribute being set free from the bondage? See, I could ask you some questions. I was trying not to put you in a pigeonhole, but what do you attribute your freedom to?
Honestly speaking, self-awareness. I would say you have to be more self-aware, more accountable. Yes, I may have gone through a lot of things in life, but at the same time, I had to take accountability and responsibility that I allowed a lot of things to happen to me, and then the reasons why. So that self-awareness of why I thought that it was okay for me to be deserving of whatever I allowed happen um, allowed me to have growth.
That's
So
good.
now that I'm self-aware, it stops me from making ill decisions now, or I'm slower to make bad decisions, or I I see things, that can potentially happen before they happen, and I allow it not to. I still do things. I mean, like, girl, now you should not have done that. I still do things, but I'm much more self-aware. I know the reasons why I am the way that I am, and a lot of times I don't feel like people know why they do what they do. Um, and once you know why you do what you do, then you're just more self-aware to not doing those things. So
Oh, see, that's all I needed to do was ask you a question and we yank all of that out of you. So okay, good. So you seem like you're really passionate about helping other people now not make the same kind of mistakes or errors. Is that what I'm thinking I'm hearing from you?
yes, I am. I've been told majority all my life though that a hard head makes a soft behind, and my behind is really soft. So with that being said, I try to talk to young ladies. I try to talk to other women. I can relate. There's a lot of things that I've done in my life. I'm not proud of, but I did do it, and I don't really pass judgment. Um, and I come from a really good place to a point where you may think I'm being judgmental, but I'm not, because I've done what you've done, or what you're embarrassed about. I've done it. It's just, if I could just, like, if you could just feel how I feel, then you would understand, like, no, let's go a different way. Like, let me save you from that hurt, because
Right. Don't go down this path. I've already done it. And I wonder
I've already done
why
it.
is it so hard for people to really avoid the pitfalls that someone else already made? And you're taking the time to say, don't, no, 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 no. There's a minefield. Stay out of there. And you're trying to stop them, but sometimes they still go anyway. What do you think? Why do you think that is?
Because we all have to go through our own journey, and we really won't understand until we feel it. I learn by doing, unfortunately. That's just how I learn. And
Right.
once I go through it, so a lot of times, like in situations, I'm not really sympathetic to stuff that you have going on, because I've overcome it and gone through so much. I'm empathetic. I feel it because I've gone through it.
Right.
And I really won't speak on things that I haven't gone through myself because
That's interesting.
I don't feel it's fair. It's not fair to you for me to try to give you advice or try to give you my opinion when I haven't walked in your shoes. But I walked in many shoes, and I really feel like I've walked in so many different shoes so that I can encourage and uplift other people because of that. So I do feel my life journey is for someone else. I just have to push myself to get out there and tell it because I've gone through so much that we haven't even touched
Oh,
the
it's
tip of the
impossible to touch
iceberg.
on in an hour.
So
I tell people, there's some interesting things. I've had so many experiences and so many pockets of my life in this journey. I have to decide which area I'm going to focus on when I'm on a show or when I'm doing a speaking engagement, because I can't talk about everything because it would be like, wait, what? That happened to you? You did that? It's like it's over. It's too much. So it's like, God, come on now. What part of my journey am I going to share with this audience? And so I think today, the part of your journey that you shared has just been absolutely incredible. And if we didn't get anything but the fact that you are a young child that was in a very bad situation, who came and rose in the ranks and beat so many odds to become now a business owner and a bright shining star in this world full of flowers back there, you are going to make a tremendous difference on this earth. So thank you for being here today. And I do want to acknowledge our last episode sponsor today, which is Lamb Funeral Home. Lamb Funeral Home, y'all, listen, especially with it just being Veterans Day. The owner of Lamb Funeral Home is a veteran himself, has over 28 years of experience. They are a funeral home with a truly caring atmosphere. And even though they're in the Concord, North Carolina area, they are actually certified in all 50 states. So you can call them no matter what. 704-782-3011, 704-782-3011. And you can learn if you're dealing with the passing of a loved one that may be a veteran, or even if they're not a veteran, you still can reach out to learn what to expect, immediate needs, and funeral pre-planning. So give them a call today and let them know that the Kim Jacobs Show sent you their way. Whitney Charles, you have been a tremendous blessing to all of our guests today that are here in the studio audience. I see you. Let's see. I think I saw. Yeah, I did see Mother Julia Harper. Whitney, Athena says she loves you, sis. And
I love you too.
Mother Julia Harper, she's actually a woman that is I believe, I'm almost sure she's going to be in the Guinness Book of World Records. I don't know, but she has the longest living person that has a heart from another individual inside of her for over 20 years. Mother Julia Harper is on watching, 83 years old. Thank you,
Oh,
Mother Harper, for
wow.
typing a
Thank
comment
you.
on the Kim Jacobs Show. What an honor that is to have her even pop in, right?
That is. Thank you. That's major. Thank you so much.
And that's a picture of the mom of the 16-year-old boy that Mother Harper has his heart beating inside of her for over 20 years. And every year they meet for her, the mom, to hear her son's heartbeat in Mother Julia Harper's heart chest. Isn't that amazing?
That's amazing.
Okay, that is major to me. Okay, everybody, make sure y'all tune in tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. We have Ken Canyon. It's going to be controversial, so get your minds right. He asks all kind of questions that get you just like heated. He's like, yeah, all of you women out there that are usurping all this manly authority, everybody's like, oh, I'm coming on now. So you don't know what he's going to ask, but it'll be fun. It'll be controversial, and it's going to be about dating and relationships. So get your mind right and be in your virtual seats tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. All right, everybody. Hope we can count on you to be able to contribute to the Kim Jacobs Show, and we will see you on tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, Whitney, for being an amazing guest today. And
Thank
see how
you.
the enemy was trying to prevent you from coming on here?
Yes.
It was crazy. I was like, no, we gonna make this work. You get to your flower bed. I'll see you when you get there. And wasn't it worth it coming on to get your story out?
It was worth it. It was. Hopefully, I've said some things that were impactful to someone else, and yeah, it was definitely worth it. I'm appreciative for the opportunity. Thank you, Athena, for pointing me in the right direction. And just thank you for those that chose to listen. Thank you so much, LaShawn. Aw,
She says she is
I
so
love
proud of
you.
you, and this is a great show. All right.
I hear it every day. So I'm
Aw.
thankful to have her as my best friend because I hear it every day, even when I'm like, girl, stop. Like, I'm not really doing much of anything at
Are you
all.
doing much?
And
You
she's
have
like,
to
no.
celebrate yourself. You are doing much of everything. Do not ever
Yes.
say that again. Don't ever say I'm not doing
Okay.
much of anything, because guess what? You're put here for a purpose. And in order for the rest of the world to benefit, the whole world would miss out if you didn't share the gifts and the talents that he put inside of you. So you're doing much of everything. All right. Okay. Let me let you get off this show. Stay backstage. I'm gonna talk to you for a second, okay? But I am so excited, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Take care, Sunshine Expert, Athena, Mother Harper, LaShawn, my mama, all y'all out there in the Kim Jacobs Show studio audience. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 11 a.m. Hello, everyone. I'm Kim Jacobs, host of The Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world one household at a time. Listen, we go live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I bring guests on that talk about their backstories, things that they've had to overcome to become who they are today. Many of them are balancing and juggling life, and they've become experts in different fields. So they're sharing tips with you to make your life just a little bit easier. Many times as a guest in the studio audience, you'll get a chance to walk away with a missing piece of the puzzle that might be missing in your life. Let's go on this journey together, and I look forward to seeing you Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on The Kim Jacobs